Hello YouTube, this is Pink Asuna coming to you guys with our winner of a 66 box tournament that we had here at Sun Valley Gaming. So yeah.
Hello, my name is Mitch. Got first place, undefeated, with the Snake Guy Infernoid.
Alright, so what were your, before we start the deck list, what were your rounds? Like, what did you get to face?
Round 1, I played against Branded.
Okay.
2-0'd on that one.
Okay.
Round 2, I played against Purely. 2-0'd on that one.
Okay.
Round 3, I played against Fire King. I went to game 3 on that one. But it's a rough match. It was not a rough match. You just got to play. You got to play what the death strengths are. And then last round was against Tempai.
Yep.
Against you.
Yeah, against me actually. Okay. Well then, you got a full box right here.
Yes.
You got a play mat. You got you got the full experience of events. All right. Well, let's get started. All
right, back to the deck list. All right, so I'll start off with the Infernoid cards.
Oh, your favorites.
Yes, my absolute favorite deck of all time, and the Snake Eyes just boost it even more. And we are getting more support later on.
Yep. Oh yeah, and another thing, guys, for this event, we were able to test out the new cards. That's why you said you used new Snake Eyes card, and I used Tempai. So, all right, let's begin.
There was only one new card that I put in my deck from this set, and it actually helps all along.
It came up. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so 2 big guys, two of each. So you have 2 Anunku, 2 Debiati.
Okay.
One is the Spell and Trap, Dark Hole. The other one is Monster Negate, Heavy Storm.
And you feel 2 of each is
2 of each is actually the most correct play, because any more or any less of that, you run the risk of not either you draw it and then it's completely dead. So you need to play 2 of each. It's kind of self-explanatory. So when deck building, I ran the numbers through. This is a 42 card deck, by the way.
Okay.
So I ran the numbers through the statistical calculator online.
Okay. So you went very very technical.
So in order to run this deck efficiently with all the bricks, because Infernoids are hard bricks anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to run a higher deck count.
Okay.
So between 42 and 45 is pretty optimal. Unless you're planning to play a 60 card deck, which then you need to more than half your deck has to be starters.
Yeah, or play like Desires or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Allure or something. Yeah. Okay.
So it's those 2, no mid-range ones. So no level 5 through level 8. I felt that those were not really enough. Like there's no warrant to play them unless you're going for some sort of heavy synchro build. Otherwise, they're just more bricks.
Makes sense.
Antra plays a key role because it is not only a bounce, so it's a bounce for any face-up card your opponent controls. So, and this is how I beat the Tempai player. He had both the field spell and the big synchro monster, so I drew this and Decatron, so I was able to bounce the field spell first and then use Decatron, send the second one, bounce the monster, and then continue to play.
And then you dropped that too.
Then,
yeah. Card I hated.
Yeah.
I still hate that.
And also it makes sending this with Decatron makes Decatron a level 3, which is really important because Decatron's a tuner, and the Snake Eye stuff is level 1, so that you have access to Herald, which is one of the very few synchro negates that's left after ban list.
Yep.
Everyone's favorite, Decatron. I play only 2 right now. Just play testing it at 2. It seems to have worked really well. You actually want to see this in your opening hand, so I will be bumping this up to 3.
Okay.
Because if you draw this plus any access to the Snake Eye part, then you don't necessarily have to rely on original to tutor this out.
Okay.
If you somehow get rid of this, if you somehow have this in your hand already, then you're able to either send it off to a Bellstar, you're able to use it with droplets, and that puts Decatron in the grave for your opponent's turn.
Okay.
But right now, 2. I was playtesting with 2. I do miss the 3rd. I want to try to do
You're gonna
the 3rd.
change it to the 3rd. Okay.
Yeah. That's it for the Infernoids, the Infernoid monsters.
Okay.
Let's go to the Snake Eye portion. Obviously, 3 Ash, card's busted.
Yeah.
There's no, yeah,
Straddles a little bit.
yeah. There's self-explanatory with that.
Yeah.
1 oak, 2 poplar. I think it's pretty standard.
Yeah,
Right
most
now.
fire decks.
Yeah, most fire decks are like that. These are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
2 big boys. So you got 1 Flamberge, one of the new Snake Eyes Diabell Star.
Oh, okay. What made you want to just play one of this, and then what made you want to play one? What made you want to play one copy of each of those?
So you don't need 2 in this version.
Okay.
Pure Snake Eye gets away with doing 2, and they kind of needs it because like there's no power. The ceiling for it with Pure Snake Eye requires you to have 2.
Oh, okay.
You cut it down to 1 in any sort of variant, Snake Eye variant, and Infernoids is no different. You just cut it down to 1.
And I know this card came up to you a lot. Like,
This
it
card
actually-
came up a lot.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
This card came up a lot.
Yeah, it
so
actually
the
worked
new
out really
the
nice.
new target I believe to place in the Spell Trap Zone off of Field Spell is this guy, because not only is it a free extender, but you can you don't have to rely on Poplar putting stuff back in the Spell and Trap Zone to keep the Field Spell live.
Okay.
And then so say like you do get nibbed,
Yeah.
Poplar is going to put something else in the Spell and Trap Zone,
Of course.
and then this card will put a different card in the Spell and Trap Zone. So if you get nibbed, you can
Play around it.
play around both the nib and still have 3 to 4 bodies rather than just 2 bodies.
Okay.
And it's good trying to break boards too.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I mean, yeah, you were definitely helped you a lot. I mean,
2 Diabell Star. I had to cut 1 for the new Diabell Star.
okay. And you liked it you felt it was better at 2
I
than
felt
3?
like it was good at 2. I want to be able to put it at 3 because it's just so good with the Infernoid monsters.
Oh, okay.
If you end up drawing this plus Infernoids, like it's pretty much free to summon her. But I think 2 is okay because you do have 3 wanted. But again, you run the risk of Wanna being hit by Ash, but it's like that's a 50-50 shot. Like, so that's all the Snake Eye cards.
Okay.
More non-engine monsters, 3 parallels. So every single time, I only saw this once today.
Okay, you
but
did see it at least.
I did saw it one time, but I didn't use it.
Oh.
I didn't need to use it.
Okay. You were already winning. You were already.
I was already winning because I didn't need to use it.
Okay.
But the theory behind this was that if Snake Eye Ash gets hit with Imperm, Ash, Taylor, you link it off with Almirage, and then this makes this live. You summon out Infernal Flame Banshee, and then you search out Poplar, and it's still the same thing. Still the same play. You still get the same board. You actually get an extra body on board as well.
Oh damn.
Because you make SP, you banish the Banshee will summon itself back, so it's an extra body on board.
Crazy.
It's just a way to extend past the hand traps.
Yeah.
Because obviously the biggest choke point is the Snake Eye Ash getting hit.
Of course.
Non-engine stuff. So you got 3 Fenrir. I do not play hand traps in the main.
Okay.
Hand trap. There's only hand traps in the side, but everything else that is non-engine is board breakers.
Well, when I'm playing hand traps, you were interacting as if you were playing hand traps when we were playing each other. So.
So 3 Fenrir is busted in this format. I think.
It
I
is.
think it's too good not to play.
It sure is.
So that's all the monsters. Spells. You got 3 wanted.
Okay.
Pretty self-explanatory. 3 bonfire.
Again,
Explanatory as well.
Yep.
1 of each of the. So these are the 3 power spells.
Okay.
So you have 1 original, 1 field spell, one full one.
Okay.
Those are pretty self-explanatory as well. Like,
Yeah.
Can't really go wrong with those.
Pretty common now.
Yeah. We're going second, and it's actually okay to draw first. Going first because Void Imagination. I did not see this card at all today, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Did not see this card at all today, but obviously, if anyone knows what this card does, it's basically Shaddoll Fusion for Infernoids. If your opponent controls an extra deck monster and you do not, you can send this to the grave, and you use materials from your deck, up to 6 materials from your deck to fusion summon. And the monster that you summon is completely busted. And in this deck specifically, it's even more busted because you don't have to rely on link summoning, you don't have to rely on anything to get rid of the Tiara. yeah, didn't see it all day, but obviously,
Yeah,
it's-
definitely a really good card to have.
And then going first, it is a continuous spell. So at worst, you just place it on board, you use it for snake eye fodder.
Makes sense. Okay.
When the new support comes out, then going
Yeah.
first, it will be busted. More non-engine stuff. So you have Imperm and Droplet. Droplet, best card today. Absolute best card today.
I have a new hate for that.
It's good against, really good against Tenpai, and you can call damage step with Droplet, and it stops.
Yes.
It basically stops the play. And specifically with this deck with Infernoids, it's basically free because like you get the Infernoids out of your hands. You can make it so your opponent doesn't respond with either monsters or spells because you send one of your spell and trap zone monsters and it's counted as a spell because it checks an activation.
Ah, okay.
It checks the activation, does not check a resolution of what you sent.
Okay.
That's it for main, 42 card main.
Cards, okay.
Let's do extra. My 2 tokens.
Alright.
2009. Yes, I did go to that.
Oh, there you go. He's sending 2000. He's been long playing.
Been playing for a very long time. All right, so you have All Mirage. So this is the play that. So it's 2 different uses. So you go into All Mirage if your Snake Eye Ash or your normal summon gets negated,
Okay.
and then you have Parallel Exceed in your hand. So I don't play Anima, and obviously Link Karibo's banned, so you can't rely on
can't go
that.
with that one.
A good plus on this is that it's also a fire.
Yes.
This is actually kind of key because you can actually leave the Ambler Whale on board, and then Princess the Ambler Whale, and the Ambler Whale will have a target to summon. So you
Okay.
summon this out, and then this is also another protect for any card. Distribute this off, and it protects 1 card.
Okay, so you
But
felt
then-
that was stronger
Yeah,
than
I
Anima.
felt it was stronger than Anima because Anima is only good going second,
Yeah.
and you cut Anima out, which means that you also cut out the dark, the dark charmer.
Dark Charmer, okay.
The Link 2s, these are kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah,
Like
every
IP,
deck needs
SP,
them right now.
PETA. I cut the dark because I cut the Anima.
Yeah.
Link 3s, you have self-explanatory, but both. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
you actually have more targets now for this. So you have Diabell Star, you have both Diabell Stars, the Snake Eye version and the new version.
The illusion.
Yeah.
It's the one I'm surprised still I didn't see anybody playing with that card.
I didn't see anyone playing it either. Link 4s, you have access code, Dragon's Atlantis, and Ambler Whale. So the thing about this is that I don't do the Salamangreat Link 4,
No, okay, so you
and I
play-
don't do the Nightmare Phoenix OTK because you don't need it with the Infernoids.
Okay.
When you use Zelantis, you're you're Zelantising without any fires on board. You're just doing it just to get rid of your opponent's. You're doing it just to put your opponent's monster's face down,
Oh, okay.
and that's ultimately much better. And then you can summon the Infernoids after you Zelantis the board.
Okay, so you really planned. Okay.
Yeah, because everything at that point everything's a link.
Yeah.
And so the Infernoids, the big boys, can blow up, can nuke the back row because one of them's a heavy storm, the other one's a dark hole.
Yeah.
So it's just how it
exactly.
works out much better like that.
Exactly.
So that's it for the links. So you have Tiara. This is the imagination target. When this card is summoned, since I only play 4 names, we will be only applying the level 3, or the 3 effect, which is send 3 cards from the extra deck to the grave.
Okay.
And then these are the 3 cards that I send. Okay, so obviously Fire King is still really strong.
Yes.
So what I've noticed with most players is that they're either getting rid of the Sanctuary altogether, they're using it for fodder or something like that,
Yeah.
or they keep the Sanctuary and then you just negate the Sanctuary and then pop the field spell.
Okay.
And then obviously field spell wipes the whole board.
Yeah.
This is for the princess. You literally just activate this, send himself back, send the princess back, and then go from there. Like it's super busted.
It does. It sounds very, very. Let's see.
And then excuse me. For the Flame Banshee, the Parallel Exi play, and then Herald. This is your negate now. This is the negate now. And it's also a floodgate. So mini macro, any monster sent from hand or deck, or banish instead.
Banish, yep. Definitely very good against.
So good against like branded, good against like a few other rogue decks.
Yeah.
Like it's
even against fire. I mean.
And then like you make it pretty early in the combo as well. So like if your opponent doesn't hand trap you with like if they decide to hold their hand traps for some reason, then this turns off like half the hand traps anyway. So
okay, makes sense.
Side deck. So I don't main any hand traps, but I do side some hand traps, and this is for the Gimmick Puppet Lock because Konami decided not to ban that card.
They have, I guess, their reasons. I guess.
Yeah. So you have one of each of those.
Bestials are very strong this one.
Bestials are very strong, and then 3 Druid's Worm.
Oh, damn.
So like
six card package.
6 card package. Like it had like I can't do anything else because I'm playing board breakers, so I can't do anything else to the Puppet Lock. So this is my only these 2 and Droplet are the only things I can do to it.
Okay.
So that's pretty self-explanatory with that. Like you just can't do it. So the rest of the cards are board breakers. I don't play any going first cards. You don't really need it. Decatron and the Snake Eyes stuff just handles a lot.
Yeah.
So you have two different things you side into. So you go evenly match against either mid-range decks or against back row heavy decks, and then enemy controller for pretty much like the meta or like heavy combo decks. You don't have to worry about Barone anymore. You don't have to worry about Savage anymore. You don't have to worry about those. And then these go hand in hand with either or.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're playing against like voiceless, like this, like you're drawing two, discarding 1. If you're playing against Snake Eye, any Snake Eye variant, you're drawing 3 -1, and usually your discard is just an Infernoid.
Yeah, of course.
So
Alrighty.
yeah. And you don't care about your cards, your opponent's cards not being able to be destroyed because you're either bouncing stuff or you're banishing it. Doesn't matter.
Makes sense. Okay. Sounds good then. Well, congrats on your first place. Top, I mean, like, like you got a free box, you got a playmat, like, they gave everything, 66 player event, I mean. So yeah, congratulations, and yeah.
Thank you.
You want to see more profiles? I mean, hopefully he continues winning. Like, he's playing literally a spice deck. I mean, right here, and he got first place with the guys. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that's coming on Legacy of Destruction, like, it's gonna be changing the format. I mean, like, so make sure to check it out, and yeah, make sure to follow and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And yeah, till next time. See ya.